Hi guys, this is KlazartSC bringing an audio commentary, and this time I'm commentating on the eStars Heritage matchup played yesterday on the 21st of July 09 between SlayerS BoxeR and none other than Tossgirl. And it looks like we've got BoxeR in red at the 2 o'clock position and Tossgirl in what looks like blue at the 11 o'clock position. This is Neo Medusa, and BoxeR, the Emperor, has been reigning supreme. He has been vanquishing his enemies. He has one by one been retaking the previous bastions held by his forces, and it is only a matter of time before his reign once again dominates all of Pro Starcraft. I believe, I hope you guys do too, and I'm looking forward to this match actually, even though I expect it to be a little bit one-sided. In fact, if there has been any blemish on this eStars Tournament Heritage League thus far, it has been that too many of the matches have been quite one-sided and not enough of a close contest in the direction or in the scope where we get nuclear launch detected. Absolute genius. I absolutely agree with that. BoxeR, one of the few players to use nukes in pro televised games, always trying to provide some entertainment for the fans, and that is why he is the most loved StarCraft player of all time. But I think what is more interesting about what BoxeR has been doing recently is that he is now, I think, 3-0, if not 2-0 up in his group, and I expect him to take this match and go 3-0 up if he isn't already, is that he's going to probably come out of his group having won every single match in his group, and that just says something about the greatness of the man himself, that when you put him in a tournament with all the other greats, all the other all-time greats, despite the fact that his reign was probably the first to begin and probably the first also to diminish, he is at the pinnacle still of all the greats, that he's able to beat them. Of course, I know a few people have commented that July hasn't been playing. I think it would have been a little unfair to include July in this, because July, at the time that this tournament still started, was actually still competing in the GOM TV Intel Classic and actually made it to the semi-finals of that, where he faced off against Flash. I won't spoil that for you, but the fact that he was in the tournament at the start of this, and we're just looking at Tossgirl's first-person view mode. She's just about getting her refinery done, meanwhile blocking off her choke with the supply depot and racks. But yeah, the fact that July's reign was, July was still playing in the GomStar, in the GOM TV Intel Classic, GomStar, sorry, in the GOM TV Intel Classic, I think is probably the reason why he wasn't selected for the eStars, because he was active in a high-level league, performing to a high level, and I think he probably would have stomped over all players. Xavier, of course, was in the MSL, but he was kicked out of that long before this tournament was conceived. So I guess that would be my reasoning behind why we saw one and not the other. And of course, if you're compiling a list of the greats, it's really hard to get all the players in. I know some people feel Tossgirl shouldn't be here, but I feel, for one reason or another, she's provided great entertainment to the masses and brought that touch of, I guess, inimitable glamour that only she can bring. Tossgirl now with her supply, with her racks up, BoxeR with his racks up as well. Both players with similar starting builds to start out with, and I really expect BoxeR to completely tear her apart. I feel Tossgirl, Terran versus Terran, would probably, in my opinion, be her weakest matchup against any kind of player who's playing at a decent level. While she might be able to affect build order victories, I feel, against players from other races, and I feel she would really struggle in this matchup. BoxeR with a couple of Marines just out and about scouting, with the Marine and SCV scouting, and he should. And BoxeR with that SCV, it'll be interesting to see. He has scouted Tossgirl's base, so I'm not sure what he. And BoxeR might be building a starport. I thought for a second he might be building a proxy starport or something ridiculous like that. But he's got his factory up and he's starting up a starport, and it does indeed look like he might actually be building a starport at the 12 o'clock position, and he is. BoxeR building a starport outside of his base. BoxeR with a proxy starport, obviously to defeat Tossgirl's scout. Clever move by BoxeR. I was wondering what he was doing with that SCV after he'd already scouted Tossgirl's base, but Tossgirl is going for dual starports. Oh my god! BoxeR with one starport, Tossgirl with dual starports. Tossgirl is absolutely insane. She might actually completely destroy BoxeR here with the dual starports. I did not expect this at all. This is going to be absolutely fascinating. BoxeR has got that vulture out already, and Tossgirl, remember, did block off her choke, and she's got a vulture behind it as well. So this is going to be absolutely fascinating here, guys. BoxeR going for the surprise maneuver with the starport and denying Tossgirl the scout of that starport, but he's going to be undone here, I feel, because Tossgirl has got two starports. BoxeR desperate to try and get some information, get some scouting information to find out what exactly Tossgirl's up to. He's got two vultures there as well as two Marines at Tossgirl's choke. Tossgirl just trying to micro that Vulture and keep her defense alive for as long as possible. BoxeR now with an SCV as well, repairing his units and trying to force Tossgirl to bring some units out, and at the very least she's going to be forced to reveal her raids perhaps a little bit earlier than she would have liked. BoxeR with the 2 SCVs repairing that Vulture. BoxeR's now got 2 Vultures out, and now Tossgirl brings a Wraith out, and she's also putting a control tower down, so Tossgirl is going to have cloak Wraiths. She's going to be forced to repair this. She's got 2 Vultures out as well now, as well as the Wraith, and so she should be able to defend this successfully now with the 2 Wraiths, and she should, I feel, really head for BoxeR's base straight away and use that element of surprise that he has. BoxeR meanwhile has got his control tower down as well, so BoxeR will have cloak Wraiths slightly earlier than Tossgirl. BoxeR immediately building that engineering bay and that comsat, so BoxeR not to be hoodwinked